Welcome guys to the Sim Racing Stewards Reddit page. Today we are gonna look at some crashes. We have selected it on new, so it's the newest crashes every time we're gonna do this. And yeah, let's just see what's happened and if we can find some good crashes. Big brain or at fault is the question here. So let's see. Ooh, good. That is big brain. That is big brain. I would say indeed, well, goodly avoided. Like, oh, at this point where he starts the clip, spotter is already saying yellow, yellow, watch out, slow car on the right side. So he keeps it on the left, sees another car spin, and at that point, yeah. He just kept out of the way. He probably saw that number 8 car losing the back end. So yeah, just good avoided, I would say. Second one of the day. Was I given enough room? This view from the other driver, I was one squeezed off. So yeah, he's saying like, was he given enough room? So I'm assuming he is the blue car. If he's the blue car himself, then he didn't leave space, but I presume he's the car who got sent off. So if he's the car who's sent off, then he didn't get enough space, and yeah, that is then unfortunate, but yeah. So yeah, it's a bit of 50-50. We don't per se know if he's the blue car or the car who gets squeezed. If he's the blue car, what we're looking at right now, he did make a mistake. It can happen very easily. They were going green-white there on the exit, so yeah. If he's the blue car there, he maybe could have given a bit more space to the car on the inside. If he was the car on the inside, he didn't have enough space to be there. He got squeezed, so yeah. It's on the blue car, either way. Alfa Romeo, me, McLaren, my friend. So let's see what's happened. He's using complete mod. He's in the McLaren. Around central. Do we get a different angle from that? Let me type this. Okay. Nope. So, let me... So, the Alfa Romeo is here on the outside. With the camera movement, I cannot say completely. It looks like he is... I would say it's a racing incident. Purely if we look at the steering wheel here, he's like a little bit, if I pull my own wheel off. So instead of holding it straight, he's just turning a little bit to the left of the Alfa Romeo. So his wheel isn't straight. So that is a problem there, but it is a tight corner. The Alfa Romeo had to run. He was still turning here, then still turning here. I think he squeezed him a bit, but it's a racing incident. If the Alfa Romeo didn't get, or at least if the Alfa Romeo didn't get any damage, it would be a racing incident from the McLaren side. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Is there a blame to be assigned or a racing incident is the question here. So we're following the Ferrari. If they actually start. So in the Ferrari, he's closing up to the car in front. Looks like it's a BMW or a Bentley. So it goes down the inside. Ooh, yeah. What I see here is, at this point, you could have... It's a racing incident. It's a racing incident. He could have chosen to not try to save the car and go off. What you're probably, as the Ferrari, thinking, okay, I'll just keep my line. He's going off, so I can just go past. He can rejoin safely behind me. But because he just barely saves it somewhat, his rear end steps out and he just slides into the Ferrari. It's unfortunate. There's not really anyone to blame as far as I see it, because yes, the car in front of the Ferrari made a mistake, but can you really blame it? It's Solder, it's a difficult track, he went wide. The best thing he could have done, it's more on the car in front of the Ferrari than the Ferrari. So I think it's a racing incident, but there is leaning more heavily to the car in front of the Ferrari because he did go off. But it's just unfortunate that the rear came out. You could have done nothing there. I am the GT3. Do I have the right to the apex here after I left the first BMW pass? Or should I have been moved aside for the second as well? Okay, here's the thing. There's a multi-class race. What I'm gonna say before I'm even gonna watch this. The faster car is always responsible to overtake a slower car safely. So he's in the GT3 there. Yeah, this comes just out of what I I think this is a racing incident. So here's what happened. The faster car is always have to overtake safely. So LMP2 or the BMW have to overtake the GT3 car safely. So that means if he just turns in like he does here, he has to wait until there is a good chance because the GT3 can just hold his line. But here's so the GT3 here is holding his racing line and the BMW throws it on the inside. So there is a by the rulebook definition of this incident and an ethical incident. So I would say on the rulebook the GT3 didn't do anything wrong. So it would have been on the BMR. But on the other side I would say this is a racing incident purely because the GT3 isn't racing anyone at this moment. And the BMW is a faster car. Personally, I would have probably just hold the outside line around this corner to leave him space. No. So yeah, the BMW is on paper on fault. But ethically, I would say it's a racing incident. Because the GT3 wasn't racing anything and it would have been nicer. So it's somewhere between racing incident and on the BMW fault. So yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, and just let me know if you want to see more of this. And I will be happy to come back to this Reddit page to see if there are more new incidents here. So have a good time. Bye bye.